this is a key concept for ADHD person to master. If you think about in a classroom where they are often in disorder, they may be too loud, they may be in the wrong place and their attention may be in the wrong place, not paying attention to the teacher, they're paying attention to the butterfly that's flying past or something else. That's all a function of order. They are in disorder. Now, how do we achieve that? First of all, and most important, is to install focusing. We teach them how to switch from disorientation to orientation. And the words I have here is orientation and alignment. Alignment is just another label for how to focus. We have essentially 3 different ways of achieving focus. One is for visual thinkers, one is for kinesthetic thinkers, like all the sports people. In fact, also for the dyspraxic ones, that's what we call alignment there. And then we have a third one where we use sound to help with focusing. Now, once we've taught them how to focus, which doesn't take more than half an hour or so, sometimes less, we practice focusing. And here we are increasing the awareness and control of focusing, noticing when you lose focus and practicing refocusing. Now, the key difference between the Davis approach and most other special needs interventions is that we truly value the bubble. We see the disorientation, the loss of focus, if you like, we see that as equally valuable as being focused. It's just a tool for a different task. Just like a hammer and a brush are 2 tools equally valuable, but for different tasks. The old paradigm of special needs interventions tends to see loss of focus as bad, or going into the bubble as bad. You need to be focused all the time. That's not achievable for anyone, really, and especially not for an ADHD person. They need to know the difference, and they need to know how to switch from one to the other. They have always known how to switch from orientation, being present, to disorientation, but now we're teaching them to come back again and recognize when they've switched. Now, life skills concepts, we've talked about why self, change, consequence, time, sequence, and order and disorder are all key concepts that may have been missed out on. There are likely to be gaps in some of these concepts, and that will manifest in struggle with keeping order. We introduce these concepts. It's almost like installing software in their mind, and then we test those concepts and explore them in the real world. We practice establishing order in the real world and in the bubble, in their mind. And things in the proper place, position, and condition we've talked about. We practice order in the environment and in ourselves. What does it mean to be in order? They really struggle with that. And that can be order in space, like you can see on the picture here, or it could be order in time, like scheduling. But equally, making sure that we are in order, that we are present and focusing when we need to be, and focusing on the right thing. Finally, we have new order of behavior. We have a simple exercise now. Once we've understood about order and disorder, we've understood about consequence and sequence, that sometimes the consequence isn't immediate, it comes later on. We could be facing consequences, years later, like in the case of smoking, for example, or excessive drinking. So these children or adults need to learn how to analyze, trace back events, and find out which event they need to change in order to prevent the unintended consequence they find themselves in. And of course, in doing so, once they've found out which event they need to change, they discover new choices. And they learn a simple method of analyzing their life, trace back events, and discover new and better choices. Now, sometimes they are equally bad or worse choices, but they know how to test them out and then look at the consequences of that new behavior and see if that's resulting in a more desirable outcome, or if there are still unintended consequences. And they then apply that in their life. So order, things in their proper place, position, and condition, is essentially the solution, learning how to keep yourself and your environment in order.
This video was produced by Gifted Dyslexic, and for further information please visit our website www.gifteddyslexic.com. We are licensed by the Davis Dyslexia Association International, and for more information on training and interventions globally, please visit our international website www.dyslexia.com.